Diogenes? Amos?
Okay, you guys, listen up. Everybody stick together, all right? You have any questions, you ask me or Father Dowling. If you have to go to the bathroom or something, ask Father Presley. Hey, we're gonna go see a friend of mine. He's a chimpanzee. His name is Diogenes. Can you guys say Diogenes?
Diogenes!
Yeah.
That's a funny name.
Yeah, it is a funny name. You know, the real Diogenes, he was a Greek guy. He lived in Greece a long time ago. He spent his whole life looking for an honest man. Could be he's still looking. Come on, let's go say hi.
Aren't you coming, Phil?
Well, actually, Father Dowling, I was thinking it'd be best if I went and stayed with the bus.
Phil, you told me that the bishop wants a report on parish youth activities. This is a parish youth activity.
Yes, but I have allergies.
You're afraid of animals.
Oh, afraid. Really afraid? Well, to be perfectly honest, I haven't felt safe in a zoo since an elephant stole my snow cone when I was 7 years old.
Father Prestwick, there comes a time in every man's life when he has to face up to his childhood fears or stay a child. Your time is now.
You know, I have been coming to this zoo ever since I was a kid. Diogenes and I, we practically grew up together. For a while, I thought we were best friends.
Wait here.
Excuse me, miss, you can't go.
Frank? Frank, what's happening?
I'll go find out. Phil, you take the children to go see the elephants, huh? And don't worry, it's safe. Steve, what is it?
Like they're taking him away.
Clancy, what's going on?
Reynolds, stop this. You're frightening him.
I don't like it any more than you do, Doc.
This has got to be a mistake. This is
Sorry, Doc. I got my orders.
Don't worry, Diogenes. It'll be okay.
Don't get near him, sister. It'll be dangerous.
Dangerous? Diogenes? Emily, where are they taking him?
They're taking him to quarantine. I told them that he couldn't have done it, but they won't listen.
Couldn't have done what?
They said he killed one of the zookeepers.
Promise we won't let anything happen to you, pal. Right, Frank?
Excuse me. Were you the guard on duty last night?
Listen, I haven't been home yet. I've been talking for hours.
Can we walk you out?
Yeah, okay, walk me in. Okay, so I hear this racket, and I get on the two-way. I ask Amos, what's up? He don't answer. So I ask him again. Finally, he comes back. He says, I got this chimp going crazy. Then nothing.
That's all?
I figure Amos knows his business. He's been at the zoo since it opened. So, an hour later, I'm making my rounds. I find him in the cage, and he's dead.
Why would Amos have gotten into the cage alone if Diogenes was acting up?
Amos loved these critters. I guess he forgot they were animals.
Was anybody else in the zoo last night?
Just me, Amos, and the main gate guard.
Well, could anybody else have gotten in?
Gate guard would have seen him. Unless
Unless what?
he used the side gate. This is where they bring in supplies, but it's always locked.
But if you had a key, you could get in and out and not be seen, right?
If you had a key. A big if.
Who locks this gate?
The guard on duty every night at closing time.
You lock it from the inside?
Sure.
So then why is the padlock on the outside?
That don't make sense.
Well, it makes sense if you go out through this gate and you lock it from the other side.
Who else has a key to this lock other than the guards?
Mr. Peck, Mr. Spaulding, Arnie McReynolds. That's it. Father, do me a favor. We didn't talk, okay? This is none of my business.
The victim, Amos Wiley, was an expert animal handler working the midnight to 8 a.m. shift.
Well, what exactly happened? Clancy, the syringe is empty.
Wiley probably pushed the plunger during the struggle. There were paw prints on his back. The chimp hit him from behind. Wiley went down, hit his head, end of story.
Diogenes is gentle, Clancy. I've known him since I was a kid, all right?
He wasn't gentle last night. The security guard, Martin Bellino, told me that Wiley called in around 5 a.m. to report that Diogenes was acting up.
Wendell Peck, chairman of the Zoo Commission.
Mr. Peck, this is Sister Stephanie.
Sister. And this is Leonard Spaulding, the zoo's administrative director.
The zoo is not responsible for what happened.
You'll have to take that up with your insurance company, gentlemen. Father Dowling, sister.
If the zoo isn't responsible, who is?
Amos Wiley was negligent. He should never have tried to sedate an out-of-control animal without help.
That's right. He took an unnecessary risk when he entered that cage.
And Diogenes killed him.
I don't believe that. Diogenes is not vicious.
Chimps can turn mean.
Wendell, when the press finds out that we've been exhibiting a killer chimp at the zoo, we'll be sued by every parent who ever took his kid here.
We'll have to have the animal destroyed.
No, you can't do that.
I call a meeting of the board. You'll be authorized to put Diogenes to sleep tomorrow morning.
Please, no. Please, no.
I'm sorry, sister. We have no choice.
Father, sister.
First thing we should do is call a lawyer. Actually, we should maybe go right to the
Steve.
newspapers, Frank. You know, the television stations are probably interested in this thing, too. It's a matter of justice, you know. But
Sister
I'm
Stephanie.
telling you, no matter what we do, we gotta do it soon because they're gonna put Diogenes to sleep tomorrow morning, and we cannot let that happen. What, Frank?
Father Dowling, do you have any calamine lotion?
Marie, Father Presswick has an allergy.
You've probably been eating chocolate again. You know, that makes you break out an itch. Come on.
No, Marie, it's the animals at the zoo. I think I'm having an allergic reaction.
Frank, we gotta prove that Diogenes did not kill Amos Wiley.
How are we going to do that?
You don't think he did it, do
Well,
you?
I do have some doubts. I mean, the syringe that they found in the cage was empty, and the padlock on the side gate was locked on the outside.
Right, so it's either Mr. Spaulding, Mr. Peck, or McReynolds because they're the only ones who had keys to that lock, Frank.
Even so,
Even so, what?
Steve, wild animals are very unpredictable. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I understand, Frank. I'll see you later, all right?
What is the matter with Sister Stephanie?
Nothing, Phil.
Attention, please. The zoo is now
Good night, folks.
closed.
Good night.
We open tomorrow at 10 a.m. Thank you for visiting the Chicago City Zoo. Gate 9 secured. I copy.
Who's there? I know someone's there.
It's me, Charlie. Why so jumpy?
Are you kidding? After what's happened?
Don't mess with the monkeys and you'll be okay.
me get you out of here, boy. Come on, we're gonna go. Come on, come on. Told you I wouldn't let him hurt you, Diogenes. Okay. That is so great, Diogenes. It's a little abstract, but it's very great. You got all the colors going there. You've got some serious talent, my friend. You're hungry, aren't you? Yeah, I bet you are. Okay. There's a store down the street that's open. I'm gonna go get you some bananas. How about that? Some bananas. But you gotta be really quiet, because nobody's supposed to know you're here, all right? Everybody's sleeping, so shh. Be quiet. No. You have to stay here, okay? Here, look. Come over here, look at this. Look, you draw me a picture, all right? You draw me a picture, a nice picture, but you be very quiet, okay? Everybody's sleeping. Shh, I know, I'll get you some bananas. Shh, okay. Okay, Diogenes, I got some banana. Diogenes? Diogenes, where are you? Marie, I can explain.
Father, darling! Father, darling!
Marie, what is going on?
Frank, I can explain everything.
It's a monkey.
Well, it's a chimpanzee, actually.
In my kitchen in Father Dowling's rectory.
It's just for a little while,
He
Frank.
stole the eggs for Father's omelet. I'm going to call the police.
No, you can't. They'll kill him.
Kill him? Why would they kill him?
It's a very long story, Marie. Father Dowling is going to take care of everything, aren't you, Frank?
Sister Stephanie, we need to talk. Alone.
Told you he'd take care of everything.
Steve, before you say anything, I just want you to know that I understand what you did. But still... Well, aren't you going to say anything?
I don't have anything to say, Frank.
Aren't you even going to try and change my mind?
About what?
About the monkey, Steve, about stealing the monkey.
It's a chimpanzee, actually. Frank.
Chimpanzee, it's still robbery.
I know. But, Frank, what else could we do?
We could. We? What do you mean, we?
Frank, you and I are in this together, all right? We take Diogenes back, and they're gonna kill him. Now, you know that as well as I do. So, the way I look at this, Frank, we don't have any other choice. Do we, Frank?
I guess not. But just for the moment.
You know, I told Diogenes you were gonna see things his way, Frank. Thank you.
She told Diogenes.
Frank, look at the flamingos.
Very nice, Steve, but we got work to do. Assuming that Diogenes was not responsible for Amos Wiley's death, we have to find someone else who had the motive, the means, and the opportunity.
Would have to be somebody who worked at the zoo, somebody who had a key to the side gate. Somebody like him.
Well, who's that?
That's Mick Reynolds, Frank. He's the head animal handler. I saw him here last night.
Steve, the man works here.
After midnight?
Just look harder.
Mr. Spaulding.
Father, I'm sorry. I can't talk right now. We're having a small crisis.
Does this crisis have anything to do with yesterday's crisis? Deductive reasoning is just one of my hobbies.
It's Diogenes. He's gone. Someone took him last night.
Any idea who?
My guess is it's one of those radical animal activist groups.
What can you tell us about Amos Wiley?
The truth? Wiley was a troublemaker, an old crank, constantly writing letters to the Zoo Commission, threatening lawsuits over this and that.
We heard he tried to have you replaced because he didn't like how you were handling the zoo budget.
If Wiley hadn't been in civil service, I'd have fired him years ago.
So I guess you're not too broken up over him being dead, huh?
Just what are you implying?
Nothing at all. Nice seeing you again. Goodbye.
I don't get a good feeling from him, Frank.
I'm sure he never guessed it.
Emily?
Oh, hi. Oh, did you hear? Diogenes is gone. Somebody stole him.
Don't worry about him.
I wish I could be so sure of that.
No, really, he's gonna be okay. He's in good hands. Right, Father?
Wait a minute. Do you mean...
Don't jump to conclusions, please.
We are gonna find out who framed him.
Well, is there anything I can do to help?
Well, as a matter of fact, there is. Did Amos Wiley have any enemies?
Anybody who might want him dead?
Well, I hate to badmouth anybody, but you might want to talk to his wife, and I use the term advisedly. She made him take out this huge insurance policy knowing he had a heart condition.
How long have they been married?
6 months. His first, her third.
And his last?
You know, this isn't a bad neighborhood. And wonder why Wiley has such an elaborate security system.
Well, maybe he wasn't trying to keep people out. Just a minute, I'll let you in.
Hi. Birds are over there. Are you sure you can't take the python? I know he's not your someplace. Oh, if I have to hear one more bird call, they're gonna have to lock me in a cage, and that's the truth. So, who are you?
Oh, I'm Father Dowling, and this is Sister Stephanie. We're from St. Michael's Church.
St. Michael's Church. Well, are you on the list?
Depends on what kind of list you've got.
Well, Wiley made a giveaway list of everybody who's supposed to get some of his creepy little animals. I thought you were from the Bird Brotherhood. Let's see. St. Michael's Church. No, sorry you're not there. Oh, but hey, do you think you could take a python? They're great mousers. If I can only find the little devil. Yesterday, I saw him over here by the hedge.
Actually, we came here to talk to you about your husband.
Amos. Oh, Amos. Oh, poor Amos. Did you two know him?
Not personally, no.
Hey, honey. You almost done?
Mr. McReynolds worked with Amos at the zoo. He's here helping me in my time of grief. Mr. McReynolds, Father Dooley, and the girl here were just asking about Amos.
Dooley?
Oh? What did you want to know?
Where were you the night Amos Wiley was killed, for starters?
What business of that is yours?
No, what business of yours is she? Never mind, I already know.
Steve,
Your husband
please.
got bumped off, and it's not some monkey collecting the insurance.
Hey, look, sister, I have never hit a nun before in my life, but there's a first time for everything.
Yeah, just try it.
Steve! She's not herself. Sister, we're leaving now.
I'm sure you two have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, beat it. Will you birds shut up?
Sister Stephanie, I am surprised at you. How could you lose control like that?
I just had a bad feeling about them, Frank.
You said that about Spaulding.
I know. I'm sorry. It's just, I think about that poor animal all alone, nobody to help him. It just makes me so mad.
Well, I don't blame you, but we're not going to get anywhere unless you behave a little more reasonably.
It won't happen again, Frank. I was pretty tough back there, wasn't I?
Sister, you could have been a contender.
It could have been any one of them, Frank.
I know, Steve, but we haven't got a thing to go on.
Good evening, all. I don't know if any of you caught the news, but evidently that chimpanzee escaped from the zoo. What is he doing here?
He's having dinner.
And I must admit he has better table manners than some I can mention.
Frank, that monkey's wanted for murder.
Phil, a monkey is innocent until he's proven guilty.
Is that true?
I'll get it.
You realize you're harboring a fugitive?
We know, Phil.
Sister, this animal may be very dangerous.
But he's not. He's very harmless.
Well, let's hope you're right, sister.
Oh, come on, Marie. You know Diogenes is a sweetheart.
That's your opinion.
He even tried to help you with the dishes. You could learn a thing or two from him, Phil.
Sister, you be serious, please.
Yeah, he broke a few more than even you have, Father.
It was very strange. Somebody just called and gave me a tip on what happened to Amos Wiley.
Who, Frank?
I don't know. Just told me to be at the zoo side gate in half an hour.
It sounds very strange to me.
Well, not necessarily.
Sister, why don't you stay here? And I'll take Father.
Really? Why, Marie?
I'd just rather not be alone with him.
Yeah, you see, Marie agrees with me. That animal is dangerous.
Well, Sister Stephanie knows how to handle him. And I'd like a breath of fresh air.
Okay, thanks, Marie. I appreciate the lift. Now, Steve, don't you worry. I'm going to be very careful.
Yeah. The desserts are in the icebox. Wait for me, Father.
So listen, why don't you have a seat, get to know Diogenes? I'm gonna clean up in the kitchen. I'll bring you dessert.
Thanks, Marie. I'll grab a cab home.
You know how he got in there?
No, sir, I'm sorry.
Is he still inside?
Look for yourself.
Where's the key?
There is no key. Whoever pushed him in there used his own lock. They have to cut it off the gate.
Please, not now. Not now. Please. Back up, please.
Steve, haven't they cut through that lock yet?
They're working on it, Frank.
You're in no danger, Father.
I know, but he's got my favorite hat. Could I have my hat back? Thank you.
Looking good, Frank. Think he likes you.
The gate is open, Frank.
Oh. Nice knowing you.
You know anything about this case that I should know?
Like what?
Like what happened to the chimpanzee?
Clancy, why would I know anything about that?
Sergeant, I believe some of your people are looking for you.
We'll finish this later.
Quite a night, Father.
Well, it certainly turned out that way.
Why would anyone do this to you?
Well, my guess is that someone didn't want us poking around Wiley's murder. Wanted to make us look foolish. I'd say they did an excellent job.
Yeah, but we're not giving up.
Sister, I understand that you're very sympathetic to Diogenes, and so am I, but he's a very dangerous animal right now.
What makes you so sure about that?
I respect animals, sister. I've collected and studied them all my life, my own way. I love them. But I'd never make the mistake that Amos Wiley made the other night with Diogenes.
And what mistake was that?
Amos forgot he was dealing with a wild animal. I was in East Africa 25 years ago when we first started studying the chimpanzees and their natural environment. Chimps aren't the sweet little clowns you see in the movies, Father. They can be killers and cannibals.
Not Diogenes.
Even a nice old chimp like Diogenes can turn vicious, given provocation.
Yeah? And where were you when Wiley got bumped off, huh?
Sister.
Why would you want to know?
Sister's taken a personal interest in this case.
If I were you, sister, I'd try not to get so emotionally involved. Aren't you people supposed to have good manners?
Don't tell me. You have a bad feeling about him, too, huh?
How'd you guess, Frank?
Hi, Phil.
How you holding up?
Well, if you ask me, the intelligence of these animals is highly overrated. But I am working very hard to overcome my own apprehensions, Frank.
Well, that's all anyone can ask, Phil.
Oh, I almost forgot. There's a woman here to see you.
Who? Me. Hiya, Father. Hey, sister, you got a minute? I think I owe you an explanation. Hey, look, sister. After you left, I started feeling really bad. I mean, you weren't wrong about me, but you weren't exactly right either. See? Thank you.
So what are you saying?
So, okay, so I didn't marry Amos because I was crazy about him. I knew he had a heart condition and a big insurance policy.
And you had a boyfriend, right?
Well, yeah, but that's because Amos couldn't... No, Amos wasn't... What am I saying? You're a nun. You're never going to understand this.
I get the general idea.
Sister, I was good to Amos. I cooked the food he liked. I kept his house clean. I fed all of his silly little animals. We even had a couple of laughs.
So what's your point? Why are you here?
Well, if somebody did do him in, then they shouldn't get away with it. So here, I found these letters. Amos was always writing away to somebody official, complaining about something. My Amos thought the whole world was up to no good. Maybe he was right.
Mrs. Wiley, thank you.
You're welcome. You know, sister, I could never kill nobody. I even found a home for the snake. I'll just see myself out here. Bye.
What was that all about?
Looks like Mrs. Wiley has a conscience after all, Frank. And we have work to do.
Amos Wiley must have been a very angry man, judging from these letters.
Here's one where he accuses Spaulding of stealing money from the animal care budget.
And here's one where he claims that Wendell Peck and the board were trying to sell zoo animals for lab experiments.
Well, that could be true, Frank.
Steve, the lab he was talking about is in Paraguay.
Amos Wiley sounds like a crackpot.
Well, maybe he was a crackpot, but he must have been onto something. Hello. Take a look at this. T210S12N334.
That sounds like a code.
Maybe, but I can't make heads or tails out of it.
Hey, Diogenes. Bill, we gotta get that paper out of his mouth. Come here, Diogenes.
Diogenes.
Come here.
Diogenes.
Here, now. That's enough of that. You get down off of my dining room table if you want any dinner, mister. That yours, Father?
Thanks, Bertie.
You want a piece of pie?
Oh, Hall of Record numbers.
What do you mean?
I was there all day yesterday updating the diocesan real estate records.
Real estate records. Let me borrow this pencil. Steve, look. If you don't read these numbers in a straight line, but if you break them down, it's a real estate property location. See? T is for track 210.
S is for south, 12, and N is for north, 334, right?
Yes, but what does it mean?
It means, Phil, that we may finally know why Amos Wiley was killed.
I get it.
Frank, are you suggesting that this man Wiley was killed because of something to do with real estate?
Phil, Amos Wiley was an old man who cried wolf so many times that no one believed his accusations. But what if this time, this one time, there really was a wolf?
Frank, why does everything about this case have to be about animals?
Frank.
What is it, Clancy?
One of the guards spotted a station wagon outside the zoo the other night. They got us a partial license plate number. I finally had a chance to run it through the Department of Motor Vehicles, and it matches the parish station wagon.
Clancy, there's more to this than you think.
The zoo director will not press charges if you return the chimp right now, Frank.
Clancy, they're gonna kill him.
Where's the monkey, Frank?
Clancy.
Clancy, please don't do this. Please don't do this.
I'm sorry, Steve. Let's go.
It's track 210.
Got it. What's the north boundary, Frank?
334.
Frank, look at this. Track 210 is the 100 acres right next door to the zoo.
Steve, we may not know who killed Amos Wiley, but we certainly know why.
I resent your implication, sister. That land purchase was perfectly legal.
You think it's legal to cheat the public?
Mr. Spaulding, what Sister Stephanie means to say is that no one is denying the zoo's right to buy land for expansion.
Well, I should hope not. I fought for that expansion.
Yes, we know. We read the transcript of the public hearing.
The zoo board was dead set against that expansion until you convinced them that the zoo needed room to grow.
So,
Well, I wonder how the board might have voted had they known that the land you wanted the zoo to buy had been purchased just 2 weeks before by Mark Christopher, a real estate developer with connections in Las Vegas.
Christopher made a pretty fast buck selling you land that he just bought.
Get to the point.
Mark Christopher knew that that particular parcel of land would increase in value overnight.
Now, how did he know that, Mr. Spaulding?
Speculation. Luck.
Well, maybe he was tipped off. Maybe that's what Amos Wiley found out.
And maybe that's why Amos Wiley was killed.
Diogenes killed Amos Wiley, Father. Now, the zoo board meets in 10 minutes to vote the authorization necessary for the chimp's destruction. And once that is done, we will be rid of him. And you.
Frank, we gotta stop them.
Well, we now have a motive for Wiley's murder. But what we need to find out is how Diogenes was framed for it. Come on.
There's Dr. Stone, Frank.
Good. Maybe she can help us.
I hope so. Emily, where's Diogenes?
McReynolds has him locked up in the infirmary.
Dr. Stone, we think that Amos Wiley was already dead when he was put in Diogenes' cage.
Well, I don't understand. Bellino, the security guard, he said he talked to Amos by walkie-talkie.
No, he talked to somebody, but who's to say it was Amos, you know?
At that point, Amos Wiley was dead. And the killer put him inside Diogenes' cage with an empty syringe to make it look like Diogenes attacked when Wiley was trying to sedate him. But there's one thing we don't understand.
Diogenes is so gentle, you know? We can't understand how he got his paw prints on Wiley's back.
Well, somebody had to command him to jump on the body.
Someone he trusted.
No, it's more to it than that, Father.
It would have to have been somebody that he bonded to, like a mother or a father, right?
Yeah, somebody like me.
Who else would Diogenes have bonded to?
Now, like all of you, I love animals. Having to ask your permission to put this chimpanzee to sleep is the most difficult action I've had to take in my 6 years as administrative director. And I'm sure it's the most painful decision you've ever faced as members of the board. But I don't see that we have any choice. For the good of the zoo, Diogenes must be destroyed.
Thank you, Mr. Spaulding. This isn't easy for any of us. I suggest we have a show of hands. Those in favor of the administrative director's recommendation? Those against? You have your authorization, Mr. Spaulding. I'll sign the order. May I have your pen, please?
What's going on here? How did that chimp get loose?
I'm afraid that was our doing.
Father, this time I'm pressing charges.
You can't kill Diogenes. He's innocent. He didn't hurt anybody.
Get him down. Get him down. He won't come to me, sir.
It's because he doesn't trust you.
But there is one man here he does trust.
The man who put Amos Wiley's dead body in Diogenes' cage and then commanded Diogenes to jump on his back.
The man Diogenes bonded to, like a child to a father.
The man who brought Diogenes back from East Africa 25 years ago and donated him to the Chicago Zoo.
Diogenes, go to Daddy.
We know about the real estate manipulations. We read copies of Amos Wiley's letters. We knew why he was killed. Now we know how.
I wouldn't discuss any of this without your attorney here, Wendell.
Well, why not? There are friends and then there are friends. It was a friend, Mark Christopher, who offered to lend me all the money I needed to pay my debts, and who said he knew all about how to make profitable real estate deals. And then there are friends like this one here.
The only friend you really trusted.
I'm the only one who trusted you. Enough to do exactly what you wanted him to do.
There's a big difference between human beings and animals, Mr. Peck. An animal doesn't betray a trust. The ability to betray is an all too human quality. You killed Amos Wiley, but you would let Diogenes die for it.
Dio, I'm sorry.
Frank, my allergies are acting up.
What about those pills we got for you from Dr. Dean? Aren't they helping?
I don't know. I think maybe I'm allergic to them.
Come on, Phil. Isn't it worth a couple extra itches to see Diogenes back home in the zoo?
I suppose so. Did I ever tell you that when I was 7 years old...
An elephant ate your snow cone. Yes, you did mention that, Phil.
Well, that coupled with my allergies, you can understand my state of mind.
Yes, but I think that Diogenes is going to be happy to see you anyway.
Think so, sister?
Yeah, absolutely. He loves you, I can tell.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Well, did he let you beat him at tic-tac-toe?
Well, I was just trying to keep him amused.
Naturally.
Naturally. Frank, look.
Shouldn't be surprised, Steve. We should have known.
Marie? Marie, what are you doing here?
Oh. Well, I just want to be sure he's back behind bars where he belongs.
Of course, Marie.
He's all right, isn't he? I mean, he likes it here.
Yeah, he's happy to be back, Marie.
That's what I figured. So I just came by to see it for myself. You know.
But I'm sure he's going to miss your hospitality.
You think so?
Oh, sure, Marie. I mean, after all, he's only human.